everyone, let me introduce you to Kopiko, our little hamster with a big personality. He's nocturnal, so he's most active at night. You catch him running, playing, and exploring while the rest of us are asleep. One of the coolest things about Kopiko is his cheek pouches. He stuffs foods in them like tiny grocery bags to save for later. It's so fun to watch. He's also always burrowing and rearranging his bedding, which is just his way of staying busy and feeling at home. Taking care of Kopiko is simple. Fresh food, clean water, and some fun toys, or an exercise wheels to keep him happy. He's curious and clever, and watching his little routine is such a great way to learn about how hamsters live and think.
Today, we're exploring how we can use classical conditioning and higher order conditioning to shape behavior using a hamster. So first, let's talk about classical conditioning. This is about associating a neutral stimulus, NS, with something that naturally triggers a response. In this case, our NS is the hamster ball, the unconditioned stimulus UCS is the treat, and the unconditioned response UCR is the hamster eating the treat. So before conditioning, the hamster ball doesn't cause any response, but the treat naturally leads to the UCR, which is the hamster is eating the treat. During conditioning, we introduce the hamster ball alongside the treat. The hamster sees the ball and gets a treat when it enters the ball. Over time, it learns to associate the ball with the treat. After conditioning, the hamster no longer needs a treat. The hamster ball becomes the conditioned stimulus, which is known as CS, and the hamster entering the ball becomes the conditioned response, which is known as CR. And now we add another layer with higher order conditioning. So here's what happened. First, we use the conditioned stimulus, the hamster ball, which already triggers the conditioned response. Then we pair a new neutral stimulus, like a bell, with the hamster ball. After several pairings, the bell becomes the second conditioned stimulus. Eventually, the bell alone can trigger the hamster to enter the ball, even without the ball being present. That's how classical and higher order conditioning work together to shape behavior. From associating a ball with a treat to eventually using just a bell, we can see how learning happens step by step.
Now that everyone understands classical conditioning, let's watch how we apply it to Kopiko. Will Kopiko succeed in entering the hamster ball? You shall see! Today we begin Kopiko first conditioning session. Our goal is to familiarize him with the hamster ball as a first step. We do our session in a box to make it easier. The process is straightforward. Each time Kopiko interacts with or enters the hamster ball, we give him the treat right away. Right now, the hamster ball, our neutral stimulus, does not cause any reaction on its own. But the treat, that's our unconditioned stimulus, and Kopiko naturally loves it. Treat, happy hamster! Oh look, he entered the ball. Here your treat, Kopiko. Yeah! Next, let's see if we can teach him to connect the ball with the treat. Let's see how Kopiko is doing with his hamster ball. At first, it took a long time for Kopiko to familiarize himself with and enter the ball. Next, he entered a little quicker and of course got a treat. After several attempts, Kopiko started entering the ball on his own when a treat was provided. Over time, he's learning to associate the hamster ball with the treat, resulting in entering the ball with ease. Unfortunately, we hit a setback. Instead of trying to enter the hamster ball like yesterday, Kopiko only showed desire to escape from the box. Training? Not happening. And it happened a few times. So maybe not today. Before training shows Kopiko interest to enter the ball, got his treat for a few times but then he stopped. Day 5, we back to square one. The same problem like day 3 and 4. The goal was for Kopiko to enter the hamster ball on his own, no treat required as the condition response. But to address this, we decide to introduce higher order conditioning.
Why exactly do we introduce HOC? Due to the repetition of the same conditioned stimulus over time, the hamster was no longer interested in entering the hamster ball on its own. This phenomenon is called extinction. Hence, we repeatedly pair a new stimulus, that is the sound of the bell, with the previously conditioned stimulus, that is hamster ball, simultaneously. As you can see, the hamster ball responded to the ringing bell and entered the hamster ball. After several pairings of the bell and the hamster ball, the hamster responded to the ringing bell alone by looking for the hamster ball even without the presence of the hamster ball. This demonstrated that the ringing bell has become the new conditioned stimulus through its association with the hamster ball. This layered learning reflects how animals can adapt to their environments by forming connections between various stimuli, which enhances their survival and behavioral responses.
training, we faced some challenges. The hamster seemed overwhelmed when session ran too long and often tried to escape quickly. Its natural curiosity also made it easily distracted, so we limited the training to a maximum of 15 minutes. You know, after some time, we noticed the hamster didn't treat positively, likely because we delayed the treatment. So we managed it by repeating the initial steps. Finally, we observed that moving the training outdoor made it calmer and more cooperative. These challenges highlighted the importance of timing, environment, and consistent reinforcement in animal training. But at the end of the day, we successfully trained the hamster to enter the hamster ball.
Thank you for watching.